Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to UPMC Lemieux Center, where we're going to have Game 3 of the weekend for your 2011 Penguins Elite Nelson, who are going to take on the Amherst Knights. So far this weekend, we've had a rout in Game 1. We've had a bloodbath. The Penguins lost 5-3 in Game 2. And we'll see what Game 3 has in store for us. So Schweitzer, Goldberg, Bowen step in. And off the face-off, the Pens win it. Knocked back, chipped up to Goldberg. Goldberg dumps it, grabbed it by Amhurst. Two Penguins players come in, bump into each other, and back comes Amhurst now, 2-on-2. Step move there, goes through again. Shot, save made by Sammy Brushett. Sammy faces an early tough shot there. He's equal to the task. And this puck gets rimmed back around. Nick over there to do battle, goes up to Bowen. Bowen chips it off the boards into the escape. And Amhurst holds it in again. The Pens need to really start turning to the center of the ice there, as opposed to trying to go up the boards. Amhurst is just leaning on the boards, almost daring them to chip it up there. And the Pens continue to do so. So here we go again. 3-4 up against the boards. And back in it goes. Still not out. Penalty forthcoming against the Penguins for an interference call. So the Penguins are going to go to the penalty kill early on. An interference call on Luka Zacci. 13:50 to go, first period. The Pens doing a lot of what they did yesterday. Instead of using the center of the ice and coming off the boards. So we've got one of the officials from last night's game still doing the game, but we also have what appears to be a more senior official who let him know he needs to wait until the penalty gets entered on the board before we can drop the puck. We have, penalty's on the wrong side, but we know what's going on, so... Face-off tied up, knocked in front, circled back by Ladigan. He surveys, looks, circles again. Turns around, up the boards to Siegel. Siegel chips it into the Amherst player. And up the point it goes. Back down low, rimmed around. And Ladigan challenges. He loses an edge, goes down, pass in front, stepped into by Buffalino, cleared away by Brushett. And back comes Siegel. Siegel will take one whack, two whacks. No call on that. And Amherst goes D to D. Knock it up. Stepped up on by Ladigan. Challenged by Lohr. And knocked back to center red. Amherst will dump it in. Go for a change. And Alex Ladigan goes back. Gathers in. Stops. Turns. Goes around. Knocks it up to Lohr. Lohr gets tied up, goes to the point, and shot from the point is deflected, knocked to the corner. Foligno carries on now. He goes up through two Amherst players, gets the puck out, does not get the puck out, and regathered by Ladigan. 10 seconds to go on the penalty. Amherst and held by Brushett. So slow start here by the Penguins. Not a great first shift, and then a penalty, which has kind of put them behind the 8 ball. 7 seconds to go on the penalty kill. And we now have Vickers, Baru, Kumnik, and Dixon, I believe. Puck won by Amherst on the point, knocked by Baru. He's going to knock it down the ice far enough for icing, but the penalty's over, and the Penguins are back to full strength. We'll now have Armstrong join this line. And the Pens will have 5 aside. Puck comes up to Baru. Baru comes in one-on-one. Goes inside-outside, hits the skate with beautiful move. Unlucky. Actually, there's going to be a call against Amherst here. And it's going to be against number 87, the most penalized player possibly in all of hockey at this point in this series. He will get a 2-minute minor for roughing. So the Pens are going to go to the power play. Clock is running for some reason. Trying to get the penalty on. All right, so Vickers quarterbacking here, telling his players where he'd like them to go and what to do with it. Pens step in. Puck gets tied up and knocked to the side. It gathered by Amhurst, who rims it up the boards and all the way down for an icing call. It's played by Brushett for some reason, who negates the icing. And there we go. There's someone who's going to step off the boards, go to center there. Hits Armstrong. Armstrong comes down. The Pens are going to push it, not be able to get it set up, and here comes Amhurst to clear the puck. That will be far enough for icing. No, it's waved off for some reason by the back official. The front official is going to call it correctly, to the dismay of the other official, who throws up his arms and says, "What just happened?" All right, so we've got Goldberg, Schweitzer, Bowen, with Ladigan and Foligno on the back end. 58 seconds to go in the penalty and 11:42 to go in the first period. Schweitzer steps in. That puck's one to the corner. And Bowen in pursuit behind the net. Knocked up the boards. Bowen grabs it, knocks it back, and Ladigan steps up. He turns, circles, gets challenged by one, now two. Bowen comes over, though, knocks it away, and back down for an icing. So Amhurst is going to be content to just continually ice the puck here on their penalty kill. Makes it hard for the Penguins to get in any sort of flow, so I don't know that it's a bad idea. There's no repercussions. They can change their players. Might not be a bad strategy to just get it and rip it down the ice. Penn step in, won by Schweitzer. He goes, loses an edge, and kicked out to center. Now back comes Amhurst one-on-one. Foligno steps over. He gathers the puck. And taken away by the Amhurst player. Foligno pursues. Ladigan gathers. Throws it up to Bowen. Bowen gathers on. He comes with a head of steam. Surveys. Goes to the corner. Stops. Gets rammed from behind. Knocked face first in the boards, and another penalty forthcoming against Amhurst. He's slow to get up. Does so. Both players slow to get up. And we're going to have another minor against Amhurst for boarding. So the Pens will now have a 5-on-3 for 10 seconds. Siegel, Baru, Lohr step in. And shot towards the net. Not held, though. Knocked free. Oh, loose in front and cleared by the Amhurst defenseman. Again, Amhurst seems to be content to just clear it. Seems to be some sort of problem with the ice today. That's at least the fourth or fifth player that's lost an edge. Not sure why or what's going on. So that headman pass there to Lohr. Lohr goes back to Baru. Baru cycles, throws in front to Coop. Just misses deflection. Wraparound attempt. Thrown in front. Loose. Nobody can gather it, though. Amherst packing the house. Shot by Zachi. That one hurt. Goes to the corner. Baru tries to go to the point, but Amherst comes up high and intercepts that pass. Back comes Amhurst now, 1-on-2. Dixon knocks the player to the corner. Attempted centering pass, and Dixon loses an edge. And back come the Pens now. They're back 3-on-3. Siegel sends it to the net. Kick to the corner, gathered on by Siegel behind the net. Nifty little spin move, just misses. Lohr hits it, shoot, save! And Cooper Siegel's going to take a rough ride from two of the Amherst players. So the Pens between the 5-on-3 and now the 5-on-4, are starting to generate some offense. We've got Vickers, Armstrong, Schaefer, Zachi, and Dixon. That one's thrown to the point, held in by Dixon, sent down to Schaefer. Schaefer surveys, inside out move, thrown in front, cleared to the side. Pens grab it, throw it back down into the corner. Knocked up high, Vickers follows on. That's chipped past him, and Dixon comes. He's not able to hold it, and back comes Amhurst, 2-on-1. Vickers on his high horse trying to get back. Can he? Shot, knocked away by Brushett, drops in front of him, and cleared to the way, to the point, but not out. Amhurst cycles low, tries to go high, fanned on. Brushett's able to kick that one away. And out comes Amhurst, pass in front, nobody home, gathered by Schaefer. Schaefer tries to go, but had a man on him, not able to get it. Now Dixon cycles back behind the net, goes D to D, misses on Zachi's stick. Armstrong comes down. He fans on the attempted pass. And Amhurst is back in their kitchen again, down low. Zachi behind the net, rims the puck around to Armstrong. Armstrong surveys, throws it up to center, and gathered in by Amhurst. Shot blocked by Dixon, sits there for a second, gathered by Amhurst with a head of steam. He comes in, shoots, blocker save, knocked to the corner. Nice save by Brushett. Puck goes behind the net. They try to cycle out front, covered by two players. And that pass is knocked away. Dixon tries to challenge, high shot, blocked again. Amhurst really having their way down low. Now grabbed by Vickers. Vickers looks up, decides not to headman it, now does, throws it to Goldberg, who goes into the corner. And out comes Amhurst. Amhurst comes in onside. Schweitzer knocks the puck to the corner. Schweitzer gathers in, cycles around the net, surveys, stops, turns back the other way, and we're going to get a call for tripping against the Penguins. It's going to be number 17, Alex Ladigan, who's going to go to the box for 1:30 for a trip. So the Penguins will be shorthanded. And we're going to have Schweitzer and Goldberg out there with Foligno and Kumnick. Amhurst goes D to D, blocked by Schweitzer. Into the corner, blocked by Kumnick, the centering pass. Kumnick surveys, goes high off the glass, and the Pens get it out. We had two rushing up and had a chance, but it just hit a stick and stopped right outside the zone. Schweitzer comes over, challenges Amhurst, sends it back to center red. This time, Goldberg challenging. Amhurst goes wide, comes in 2-on-3, drives wide, tries the center, goes back behind Amhurst. They center again, clears everybody, and into the corner it goes. Amhurst tries to go from low to high, that's deflected away. Goldberg, one attempt, two attempts, still not able to get it out, and back comes Amhurst. Centering pass knocked away, Goldberg takes it, chips it up, and goes back to center red. Amhurst will cycle back quickly, though. And they try to go into the corner, out front again, nice in and out to the point. Bowen challenges, that clears everybody, goes behind the net. Amhurst goes over, Bowen grabs the puck, he's got his head up, surveys, he's just going to keep it. Going to rag some time, 15 seconds to go on the penalty kill. He comes down, 1-on-3, not able to get through, gets the puck to the corner, and now back comes Amhurst. Stepped up on by Dixon, that chips it away back to the D side. Zachi grabs it, hits Baru. Baru surveys, tries to throw it to the middle to Bowen, but that's picked off. Back comes Amhurst, they lose the puck. And Zachi, little move, throws it up to Cooper Siegel. He's got Baru, if he can see him, he doesn't. Now he throws it, and Baru was tied up in front with one of the Amhurst players. Bowen took a rough ride. There's going to be a penalty forthcoming against Amhurst. High to Dixon. Dixon survey, shot. That one's deflected up and out of play. So Amhurst following through like they did last game, taking pure body contact, and they're getting called for it this game. There goes number 87 again for his second already in the first period. 5:34 to go for another body check. His second body check of the game. All right, so we've got Siegel, Baru, and Lohr out there. Puck goes to Lohr. Another penalty forthcoming for a trip this time against Amherst. And we'll get the whistle. And a 5-on-3 for almost the entirety now of a minute 24 forthcoming for the Penguins. So a drastically different game than last game with the penalty calls. The Penguins need to start taking advantage, though, because after that last penalty kill, Amherst got some life from it. Be beautiful to see them be able to tap home not just one, but two here. So the puck comes around the net, pressured by Baru. Rimmed around, gathered by Siegel. Siegel throws in front of Baru. Survey, shot, hit the defender. Lohr gathers on. Lohr goes up high to Baru. Baru surveys, goes over to Zachi, who's got a clean avenue. Shoot! The net, rimmed around. Can Dixon get there? He can. Throws it down to Baru. Baru goes to Lohr. Lohr surveys, shot. Deflected in front by Siegel. Rebound. The tap, Baru. And Siegel gets stopped once, grabs the rebound, and goes high glove on the Amherst goaltender. Have 1 minute remaining now for the Penguins on the power play. Up 1-0, first period. We're waiting to see if we can get the penalty removed from the board. Not sure that's going to happen. There we go, we do. And Penguins step in. We've got Vickers, Armstrong, and Schaefer. Amherst wins the faceoff, throws it to center, gathered on, rimmed around, stopped by Kumnik. Kumnik goes up to Armstrong, challenged by Amherst there. It's now a 2-on-1. Armstrong looks, surveys, throws it across, deflected away, rebound, goal! Pass gets deflected and knocked in the net. And the Penguins now have 2 goals on the last 2 shots on the power play to take a 2-0 lead. .437 to go, first period, 2-0 Penguins. Now here's where you need to keep your pedal down and just absolutely throttle the team that's in front of you. You don't give them any life, and you step on it and go even harder. Turn that 2-0 lead like you did the first game into an 8-0 lead. Let's see what happens. I'm sure Amherst isn't going to go away quietly. See what our Penguins can do. Vickers back. He grabs the puck with a nice back check. Goes to the defenseman, up to Schaefer. Beautiful play there by the Penguins. And the centering pass is interrupted, though, by Amherst. Just the way you do it. Hard back check. Take it. Go D to D, or in this case, center to D, and then hit your winger up ahead of the play. Nice play by Armstrong there to find Schaefer. Defenseman falls down for Amherst, and Pens come back 3-on-1. Schaefer goes wide. Shot. Knocked to the corner. Out in front, centering pass, taken away by Amherst, who now comes back with a head of steam. Vickers with the back check. He comes over, cuts in front of the Amherst player, gets a rough ride, and thrown to the point. Rimmed around, and back behind the net is Foligno. On the other side, Dixon. Dixon takes a bump. Vickers comes over. He tries to get it now. Dixon rims it around, and Foligno comes over. He's going to chip it up to Goldberg. Nope. There we go. Goldberg tries to go up and out. He does. Goes to Bowen, who comes in 1-on-2. Bowen's going to push to the center. Puck knocked to the corner. Both players go down. And Amherst battles, Pens battle, and they're going to bank it off and around. This is when you know you have Amherst in trouble, when they grab the puck and just rip it down the ice. It's their defense mechanism. They just literally throw it up and out. Bowen chips it, not out. Schweitzer comes over, now rimmed into the corner. Dixon goes over, tempted centering, nope, rimmed around by Amherst. Now Foligno comes over. And 2 Pens on there. Amherst comes out with the puck, go to the point. Got deflected by the Penguins, knocked wide of the net. Scary moment there. That one almost got a trickler. And up comes Schweitzer. He surveys, has some room, tries to center to Bowen. hits a skate. Now Goldberg takes a hit. Nothing called there. And in comes Amhurst. Amhurst comes up, goes wide, knocked out by Dixon. Centering pass stopped by Foligno. And Foligno surveys, goes wide. Bowen up there, but it's too far for him. Now back comes Amhurst. Amhurst quickly transitioning back here. They've got a 3-on-2. Shot knocked aside by Brushett. And up to the point. Shot again from the point, deflected, stopped, rebound in front. Luckily it was behind the Amhurst player. And thrown in front. Brushett knocks that one aside. And they do battle along the boards. 1:47 to go, first period. We've got 2-on-2 doing battle. The puck's frozen. We're trying to work it. Both officials screaming, move it. And the puck finally comes out. Foligno takes a rough ride for that. And Amhurst tries to center. Back he comes. Schweitzer steps down this time. Now Foligno's there. Schweitzer with a nice little move there. Goes to Bowen. Bowen surveys, chips it up to Goldberg. Goldberg knocks it forward. In comes Nate, possibly. Amhurst just able to get over. Goldberg wouldn't have been able to do much because he got his stick knocked out of his hand on that play. And Siegel chips it out. He comes up ice, surveys, goes to Bowen. Bowen goes between the legs and then goes back to Siegel in the back door and just beautiful play there by the Penguins. Just weren't able to tap it home. And in comes Amhurst now, 2-on-1. Defenseman steps up, wasn't able to play it. Brushett with a nice play to knock it to the side. And up comes Lohr. Lohr with a nice little chip pass up to Siegel and Baru. Both try to go for it. Now they come in. They hurry. They can have a 2-on-1. Lohr gathers. Baru surveys, passes to Lohr, tips it just into the corner. Penguins looking for that backdoor tap-in and just not able to execute on it. So close twice here in the last seconds. 20 seconds to go in the first. Lohr gets a clean shot. High. Go, Ryan! They're finally able to capitalize with a chance in front, and Ryan Lohr goes over the blocker right-hand side on the goaltender and picks the corner out of nowhere. Just sniped it. Way to go, boys. Beautiful effort. 16 seconds remaining. First period. I want it to be the third, sorry. Amazing what a difference it is when the other team isn't allowed to just absolutely annihilate your players. The Penguins are allowed to play a lot more clean hockey and not have to worry about getting knocked on their carcass. And I said carcass because they get so hard it about killed them last game. So, all right, so we'll join you momentarily here after a brief intermission of the period. Thanks for joining us. All right, so while we were away, taking the brief intermission there, apparently we had a little farkas, couple players, I guess, did a little jousting. So we have coincidental minors, Ryan Lohr for the Penguins, and number 15, Jasper, for Amhurst. So congratulations for Amhurst for having a different player in the box besides number 87. And here we go. So 5 aside, they'll need a whistle to come out after 1:30. So we've got Vickers, Schaefer, and Armstrong out there with Ladigan and Foligno. Vickers gets the puck. He surveys, tries to center. Now Schaefer's on the puck behind the net with the forecheck. And they rim it around. Armstrong in pursuit. He gets in front of the Amherst player. Takes the puck away. Back out to the point, though, and Pens will have to regroup at center. They go D to D. Ladigan surveys. They'll have to pull up because of one of the Penguins was down in the zone. And in comes Amherst now. Centering pass. Shot. Goes into the corner. And up comes Schaefer. Schaefer throws up. Just misses Armstrong. They're going to wave that icing call off. And now the Pens do battle down in the corner. That puck's chipped off the boards up to the center. And out comes Amherst, 2-on-2. We've got Dixon and Zachi back on the D side. And they take care of it with a sandwich pass. Goldberg, beautiful headband pass. The Amherst goaltender, equal to the task, but Brady Dixon with his head up just launched a laser beam down to Nate Goldberg to launch him free. Set him free. And in come the Penguins now. Goldberg with a slap shot, gloved and held by the Amherst goaltender. That almost knocked the glove off of his hand, that hard. That shot was so hard. And the Penguins will have a face-off in the offensive zone. We've now got Schweitzer, Goldberg, Bowen, Dixon, and Zachi still. In steps Schweitzer, tied up. Bowen grabs it. He gets slashed on and knocked down. And in behind and out comes Amherst. Bowen in pursuit, back behind the net again. And rimmed around. This one's going to come to the point. Held in by Zachi. Not held in by Zachi. Knocked over his stick. And back comes Amherst. Schweitzer was in a good posture from the center position to get back on D. And puck comes to the point. Attempted shot blocked by Bowen to the corner. Amherst grabs it, tries to tuck it in front once, twice, and Brushett has both. Stops it and says no. The Penguins in front this time, got in front of their goaltender and didn't just let them hack and whack away like happened a little bit yesterday, and are able to keep the puck out of the net. 13 minutes ago, second period, 3-0 Penguins. I guess I need to add that third goal. And change the period. How's that now? A little better for you. Puck one of the boards, cleared out the point by Amherst. Bowen challenges. Now Schweitzer gets his stick hooked and isn't able to do it. Zachi surveys, throws it up. Goldberg, in pursuit. It's 2-on-1 if they hurry. Bowen with the center drive. Goldberg to Bowen. Shot. He had an absolute howitzer, but missed the corner. And back comes Amherst. Beautiful pass by Goldberg there. Penn's just not able to finish. Centering pass blocked by Schweitzer. Another one grabbed by Zachi. Now it's knocked back to the corner. And Amherst looks to center. They do up high. Clean look. Shot. Just wide of the net. Amherst finding soft spots right there at the hash mark to be able to get a man free. Nice pass there. Outlet to Schweitzer. Schweitzer goes to Bowen. Bowen backhands it to Goldberg. Goldberg's in. Clean shot. This is the net again. Oh, my goodness. The Penguins on breakaways and clean looks. But they are absolutely finding each other for tons of them right now because the Amherst defense just keeps pinching up. Just keep working, boys. You got this. Wow. Fantastic effort. So we've got Baru, Siegel, Lohr. Siegel gets hooked around. They're not going to call that, though. And back comes Amherst now. Comes up with some speed. Goes wide. Tries to pass off a skate and in. Unfortunate centering pass. Unfortunate bounce. Pens had one go for them earlier. Now they have one go against them here. They had all the momentum, everything going in their favor. One little dinky pass in front, hits a skate and goes in off the post. Nothing you can do there. They did everything correctly, just didn't end up in their favor. So, fortunate momentum change there. Sorry, I'm hitting the wrong things. There we go. Second period, 3-1. 11:36 to go. Far shot, knocked to the corner by Brushett. And rimmed around. Lohr does battle now. Goes to the point. Light shot there. Now Lohr comes up with it. Circles over. Chips it up to Baru. Baru cuts to the middle. Knocked off his stick. Followed on by Siegel. Siegel centers. Look, shot. Just over the net again. The Penguins are trying to pick too pretty a corners instead of just making this goaltender make a save. He is a good goaltender. You need to pick something, but man, let's get them on net. Siegel does just that there. He had a little trouble handling it on blocker side low. And out comes Vickers, Schaefer, and Armstrong. Vickers steps in. That one's one of the corner by Amhurst. And they rim it around. Armstrong's able to get there. He does battle with the forward. Loses that battle, though, and back comes Amhurst. And that puck almost got through. Dixon gets a stick on it. Otherwise, Amhurst could have had a clean look and break. They go up high. Armstrong challenges. Back come the Penguins. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Armstrong chips it off the boards. Goes wide. He gets hooked and knocked down. No call. Somehow there's no call there. Goes in front to Schaefer. He isn't able to beat the Amherst player. Thrown to the point. Bouncing puck. Regathered by Foligno. He looks to go D to D. They cut that off. Chips it up to the winger. They dump it in. And the Pens will go get it. Vickers on his high horse on the back check. Tempted shot blocked by Vickers. Knocked to the corner. Dixon takes a ride. Both players, nope. Dixon stays up. Ooh, takes a wicked slash there. An attempted centering pass. Knocked away. Foligno's getting hooked. No hooking call there. Well, we're starting to see some nonsense happen, and no calls coming. Centering pass, nobody there. And we're going to have a hooking call against Amherst. Oh, no, they both are going. So after watching a slash, a hook, and a possible body check happen previously, they're going to call both players for going at it. So they're trying to get control, but if you stop the original penalties that happen, the Penguins won't need to come back like that. So anyways, we've got Goldberg and Schweitzer, Bowen, Wizachi, and Kumnik. Should be inside the zone. No, they're going to call it outside the zone. Okay. 9:42 to go. Second period. And puck's one back. Taken by Goldberg. He dumps it in. Bowen will go in on pursuit. He'll go behind the net. Shot over the net by Schweitzer. Gathered on by Zachi. He rims it around. Goldberg goes down to gather it. He comes around. Gets rubbed out by one of the Amherst players. Centered in front of Bowen. That's picked off, though. Kumnik gathers in. He goes down to Schweitzer. Schweitzer centers. Goes in Bowen. Bowen got knocked off the puck there. Nice defensive play by Amherst. And out they come. They dump it into the corner. Chips out in front. Brushett will knock it back behind. Zachi looks to chip it up. Doesn't do so. Amherst comes back. Diving play to get out in front of the puck there by Luka Zachi. Nice recovery. And puck's into the corner again. Out from the corner comes, and now the kid who literally made not a single call yesterday makes that call. The Pens come over. They're going to be shorthanded. Gathered by 87. Cross-ice pass. Down low they go. Kick to the side and gathered on by the Pens, who take a hit after the play. Amherst parents screaming, despite the fact that they're going to go to the power play. All right, it's Siegel and Baru with Foligno and Ladigan on the defensive pairing. That one's rimmed around. Baru comes over and challenges. He gets it, knocks it up to the point. Siegel follows on, chips it down the ice. So Amherst has switched goaltenders. And the Penguins are in on the ice, on the puck. Siegel with some pressure. Now Baru with some pressure. They just dump it back to center red. Penguins gather on. Send it back to center red themselves. And up they come. Chipped in around Ladigan. He gets back, though. Nice recovery there because he stepped up and wasn't able to make the play, but got back quickly. Now Amherst goes behind the net. Goes to the point. Baru out there. Tipped aside once, twice in front for a brush it. Shot. Score. Amherst absolutely allowed to just walk in front of the net there and get 1, 2, 3 shots before they put it home. Now 3-2 Penguins. So after having what appeared to be 3 consecutive penalties committed against them, the Penguins get the one call that they do against them, and it results in a power play goal. Dumped at center ice. No call there. Shot blocked by Foligno, gathered in by Armstrong. Kept in and knocked to the corner. Amherst the first on the puck. Centering pass up high, knocked away by Vickers. And down low, they do work. Foligno goes over. He's going to battle Amherst. Amherst tries to center, goes through everybody. Now it goes to Schaefer. Up comes Schaefer and Armstrong. And now Ladigan joining the rush. Pens have a 3-on-2. Armstrong surveys, shoots. Gloved and held by the Amherst goaltender. So both teams have switched goaltenders at this point. So keep an eye out. Get some early shots on them, both, because it's tough coming in cold like this. You go through warm-ups and then you sit for 40 minutes and then need to come back and immediately be ready to go. Amherst wins the draw, goes to the point. Dixon holds it in. And gathered on by Armstrong. Armstrong goes high to Schaefer. His stick gets lifted. Dixon grabs it, goes to Zachi. Zachi's going to let a bomb go. He does. Knocked aside by the Amherst goaltender. Knocked to the point. Dixon gathers on. He takes a slap shot. That goes down low. Back out to the point. And back comes Amherst now. Amherst is going to dump it to the corner. 6:35 to go, second period. Gathered on by Zachi. Knocked up to Schaefer. Zachi regathers. He comes up with steam. Looks to go wide. Goes to Vickers now. Vickers comes in with some... Tries to center. Knocked away, cleared to the corner boards. Out to Dixon. Dixon knocks it down again. Schaefer in pursuit. Now Schweitzer in pursuit as well. And Amherst comes off the boards nicely. They don't put their wingers on the boards. They put them in the slot. 3-on-1. Dixon knocks the first one away. Shot saved by Bartley. That's a tough first shot. And thrown in front and held. Goldberg, Bowen, Kumnick, and Ladigan. Puck chipped up to Bowen. Bowen chips it up the boards. And we have a race. 4 players coming in. Amherst gets it, chips it up though. Schweitzer follows on. He goes behind the net, gets it knocked off his stick. Bowen takes a ride out of nowhere, and there's going to be a penalty forthcoming against Amherst for a cross-check. Bowen took a cross-check in the head, and Amherst is going to go to the box. So the Pens will go on the power play, 1:30 with 5 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Be really nice to get one here. Amherst's forwards lined up on the wrong side of the faceoff dot. Nobody caught that, and we drop the puck. Kumnick gathers on. He dumps it in, and the Pens will go in and dig at it. Bowen's in. Schweitzer's in. Goldberg out to the point. Ladigan holds. He goes to Schweitzer. Schweitzer's up high. Goes to Kumnick. Kumnick shoots. Into the corner it goes, and out comes Amhurst. They chip it up the boards, held in by Kumnick. Goes to Bowen. Bowen gets it taken away, and back comes Amhurst. Amhurst with a far shot, held by Bartley. 5:05 to go. 55 seconds remaining on the penalty. Pens need to slow down a little bit on their power play. They want to treat it like it's a 5-on-5 and just immediately chuck it to open ice and spots. Take your time, hit your man. There's an open guy everywhere. Have your head up. We've got Siegel, Lohr, and Armstrong, or Baru, excuse me, with Foligno and Dixon. Dumped up, just past Baru, and back comes Amhurst. Again, Pens need to get possession, slow down. So Lauren throwing back up, back to center red, they go D to D. Dixon has it, he surveys, goes cross ice, just misses Baru, misses the defenseman who was right there, and they're going to call icing. 17 seconds in the power play for the Penguins. All right. Step in, puck won by the Penguins, gathered in by Foligno. Foligno reverses, goes up to Dixon. Dixon goes to Lohr, stepped up on by the D-man, and back behind the net. So that's going to kill the power play. Penguins with no shots, no opportunities there. Attempted centering pass knocked away, almost bad for the Penguins. That one's thrown to the point, held in, back in again. Attempted centering pass, shot off the toe of Bartley. Nice save there for Colin to get over, knock that one into the corner. Penguins look very disheveled right now. There we go, Baru, and back they come 2-on-1, Baru and Lohr. Baru goes to Lohr. Lohr surveys, chips it back to Baru, just in front of him, and back over. Since now the centering pass doesn't go, now Baru has it. He goes through, takes a look, goes to the corner. That's blocked. Zachi comes up. He chips it in. Now Lohr down low, throws it to Siegel, just over his stick, out to Dixon. Dixon surveys, chips it down low, where Siegel goes over. He grabs it, and Amhurst cycles it back the other way. Lohr on that puck. Armstrong there, and up and out comes Amhurst. Dixon's challenges, overtakes, and back come the Penguins now. If they hurry, they've got a 3-on-2. Armstrong comes in. Shot. Goal! Through the defender. Oh! A goal by Colton Armstrong. Way to read the situation and use the defender. The goaltender had no chance. 4-2 Penguinis. So the Penguins finding ways this game to get in behind Amhurst much more frequently, which is resulting in much higher percentage scoring chances. That one up and over, oddly deflected towards the goaltender, who backhandedly takes it with his glove and holds on. 2:56 to go, second period, 4-2 Penguins. Puck won by Penguins, chipped back down, gathered in by Schaefer. He takes a shot, stopped and held by Amhurst. Penguins starting to get a lot more pucks to the net here, which I think is a fantastic idea, like I said, with a cold goaltender. Vickers directing traffic again from the center position. Puck won by Amhurst. And back behind their net. Vickers challenges, knocks that puck sky high, jumps over Armstrong's stick, and back comes Amhurst now. They throw it up the center. They've got a shot. Kumnick going to get called for a slash. Not Not sure how a slash happens when you hit the bottom of the stick and not the hand. The official was not in a good position from behind, though, to see that play and just blindly made the call. Pens are going on the penalty kill. Schweitzer, Goldberg, Ladigan, Foligno. Pens need to be careful here. Clean look, stepped up on, stop. I wish the Pens would take a page out of Amhurst's book and just throw the puck down the ice and ice it. Just get rid of it. Now we're doing battle 1-on-2 in the corner. Ladigan's tying it up. He gets pinched to the boards. He continues to go, gets hooked. They don't call that hook. Ladigan regains, comes out from behind his net, cycles back again, continues to dance with the puck back there, goes back again, goes up to Goldberg. Goldberg surveys, has Schweitzer, flips it up and out to center, does Goldberg. Amhurst comes back in, they go to Schweitzer. Schweitzer surveys, goes up to Goldberg, chips over his stick, and gathered in again by Amhurst. Goldberg pressures theirs. Now Schweitzer over. Pens do battle. Gathered by Amhurst. Here they come with a good chance. 3-on-2. Drive wide, knocked away by Foligno. Foligno goes to the corner with it. And looks, keeps skating, chips it through. Now here they come in 2-on-1. Foligno gets it knocked off, but gathered on by Schweitzer. Schweitzer shoots. Again with the reaching over the body there to grab it with the glove and held onto. All right, so we've got Bowen and Lohr here. Bowen's going to take the face-off with Zachi and Dixon 24 seconds ago in the penalty kill. Bowen wins that one, but nobody on that side, so back comes Amhurst now, 2-on-2. Stepped up on by Zachi. Bowen challenges now at center ice, and in comes Amhurst. Amhurst drives wide, center drive, shot, score. Again, allowed to walk right down the middle is Amhurst. They lift it up and over. Colin Bartley, not much he can do there. Just allowing them to walk right in front of the net with no challenge. They went wide, threw it on the stick, and just got tipped up. There's .106 to go now, second period. Penguins really need to generate some shots here, some offense. Earlier in the game, they were really pouring it on, getting breakaways and opportunities, and now the last 7 minutes of the game, they've not had much of that at all. Up come the Penguins now, 2-on-2. We've got Baru, Siegel, and Lohr. Baru shoots it down low on the goaltender, held. There's goaltender that's currently in, loves to use his glove hand. He puts it everywhere to catch the puck. Think the Penguins should try to take advantage of that and start to shoot blocker side hard. See if they can't generate some squeaky goals, some leaky ones that just kind of have their eyes on the puck, on the net, and find a way in. Lauren just missed Baru. Penguins have had 6 or 7 clean looks with passes like that in front and just misses. They're not able to tap it or hit it. Baru takes a bump. Lohr takes a bump. Amhurst just bodied the puck forward there through 2 of the Penguins players. Siegel rims it around. Nobody home on that side, though. Dixon comes over. He chips it up. Follows on. Nope. In front. 1-on-1. Stepped up on by Zachi. Siegel goes wide to Baru. Baru gathers on. And he's going to go wide again to the defenseman, who then goes to Lohr, who can chip it up to... There we go. He's got Siegel. Siegel stops, shoots it far, and held by Amhurst, goaltender. Two seconds, 2.9 remaining. The Penguins are going to pull their goaltender to get the extra attacker. It's going to be Colton Armstrong. So the senior official telling the junior official to get on the goal line, even though it's not his position, with 2.9 to go, in case the Penguins get the puck to the net, that they'd have a chance to look at it and review, and that'll do it for the period. So stick with us here. We'll be back momentarily. All right, welcome back to third period action. Wait on the puck to get dropped. Vickers, Armstrong, and Schaefer, Ladigan, and Kumnick. Vickers with the back check, comes back. Schaefer knocks it up to center red, and Amhurst just knocks it back into the Penguin zone. In comes Amhurst, 1-on-2, shot, held by Bartley. Excuse me there, held by Bartley. Face-off won by Amhurst. Shot again, gloved by Bartley and held. Vickers steps in. Loses the draw to Amhurst. They go to the point, to the defenseman. He chips it down low, gathered on by Ladigan. Ladigan circles around, goes back around, goes over to Schaefer. Schaefer takes a bump from behind. Puck comes free, followed on by Kumnick. Vickers didn't see that puck coming, though, and out comes... No, the Penguins aren't able to get it out. Held in again at the point. Penguins need to learn from what's happened earlier and just start to chip the puck by, not against the boards, against this Amhurst team. As soon as you do it, there is so much ice. Here they come again, stepped up on, and back in comes the puck. Oh, nice move there. Clean look, shot, post! That one goes just off the post for the Penguins, and it was on the inside, too, because it came in on Bartley. Bartley knocks that one down, had it, and again they come in and just whack the living crud out of them. Armstrong chips it by, and back we come. They chip it back out. Penguins are offsides, and they'll make a line change. 15:42 to go, third period. Schweitzer, Goldberg, Bowen, Foligno, and Dixon. Schweitzer wins that one to Bowen. Now Schweitzer takes possession, knocked off of his stick, and Schweitzer back checks. Dixon comes over. Bodies galore over there against the side. Dixon's going to go. Bowen lost his stick. He's going to stay back on the defensive side. Just missed Goldberg, who goes into the corner. He circles around, surveys, goes to Schweitzer. Schweitzer goes out to the point. Bowen steps up. Puck's free, gathered by Schweitzer. Dumped in, and Goldberg will go pursue. Sent around, and around again, and Amhurst is going to have an easy exit. That one goes by the winger, though, and back to Foligno. Foligno surveys, turns around, goes up the boards, not gathered, cut off by Amhurst. Schweitzer with a stick lift, and then Amhurst knocks it deep, goes to Goldberg. Goldberg looks. He gets hooked from behind. And no call. I dropped my stick, I didn't do anything happened. Held in by Amhurst, stepped up on by Dixon. Now Dixon's going to rush again. Dixon goes wide. He gets the body, knocked down. Still no call. Bowen comes in. That one goes around, and nobody on that side again. Penn's over pursuing to one side, allowing Amhurst an easy exit with tons of speed on the other way. Bowen comes back. He gathers on, chips it up, and goes to Siegel. That knocks off his stick. Siegel continues to push. Comes down, looks, stops, circles back, and dumped around Zachi, and Baru comes back. Gathered on by Siegel. And now dumped up by Zachi. Hand pass in the zone. Player himself plays it, though. Knocked aside by Zachi. Dixon up to Lohr. Lohr circles it in. Nice play to Baru. Can he get a step? Baru pushes. Goes in, gets absolutely gang tackled and no call. Baru shot, knocked aside. And up and out comes Amhurst now. Very little challenge on the weak side from the Penguins again on that. And over to Siegel. Siegel comes in. He makes a move, gets in one-on-one, fakes the shot, shoots. Wow, shot against the grain and just missed the corner. Had that one ticketed for a goal, but one shot, two shot. And held by the Amhurst goaltender. Bruce Siegel, Lohr step in. It's thrown to the point, gathered by Zachi. Zachi throws it down, goes by in front, center, just gets deflected past Lohr, and back comes Amhurst. Baru on his high horse, back checks. Centering pass just clears the Amhurst player. There were two of them there. Out to the point. Shot, fanned on, gathered in by Zachi. He's going to push. Back come the Penguins now, 2-on-2. Zachi not able to beat the man and thrown back. Gathered on by Baru now. Baru will recycle back in. He takes a wicked hit. And 10:34 to go, third period. Vickers, Armstrong, Schaefer with Foligno and Ladigan. Vickers and Armstrong do battle. Puck goes into the corner, gathered in by Amhurst. Rimmed around, though. Schaefer's going to get there. He holds it, surveys, looks. He goes into the boards. Knocked to the point and out. Watch, there's a head of steam coming down the ice. Ladigan in the foot race. He gathers the puck. Goes inside out, leaves the Amherst player laying on the ground from that move. Armstrong tries to go around, though. It hits the skate. Vickers gathers on. He pushes through, chips it up. Gathered on by Amherst. Thrown back to the D. Foligno surveys. Chips it up to Armstrong. Armstrong has the man open across. Doesn't see him, though. Goes wide. Throws in front. Centered for Schaefer. Schaefer does battle. Goes to the corner. And Vickers in on the puck. Vickers goes out front. Knocked to the side. Schaefer there. Not able to get it. Now Vickers comes back again. Knocks the puck off the Amherst stick. Armstrong grabs it. Goes to Foligno. No, it gets deflected. Nice option. Good idea. Just didn't get there. Ladigan cycles back. He's going to go. No, doesn't go behind his net. Goes up to Schaefer. That clear. Stepped up on by Amherst. The Pens need to get a forward just a little high there, because when that puck gets thrown past like that, that's going to be an icing. They'll have somebody on that back end to challenge for it. Let's go. 10 to go, third period, 4-3 Pittsburgh. Schweitzer, Goldberg, Bowen, Dixon, and Zachi are your defensive pairing. Puck one to the corner. Goldberg does battle. He's down against two. Now, other side, Bowen does battle. He's over. And Schweitzer comes out of the corner hard, looks, tries to take a shot, but he's pockets picked from the player behind him. And up to center red. Zachi gathers on. He chips it up to Goldberg. Goldberg now cycles, looks. Schweitzer follows on and knocked back. Bowen on the back check comes over, and the puck gets dumped in. Dixon looks, stops. Nice play by Brady Dixon there. Chips it around to Zachi and up to Goldberg. Goldberg tries to go off the boards, not able to do so. You are never going to go against the boards on Amherst. Centering pass, attempted shot, blocked. Try to throw in front. Up to the point it goes. Bowen out the challenge, back down low. Amherst looks like they're on a power play currently. Pens need to get organized. Zachi goes up the boards. To the point, held in, cycled back down low. No, Schweitzer cuts it off. He does a little dance, goes back behind his net, goes up to Goldberg. Goldberg chips it around. If they hurry, they can get there. Goldberg pushes, dumps it down, and around comes Amherst. Bowen pinches off one side. Goldberg tries to get the other. Pens were in a line change. Puck is held in and now cleared out. Schweitzer goes back to cover for Kumnick, who stepped up there. Goldberg has it, chips it around, comes in, surveys, takes the shot. Held by the Amherst. It's in! The puck's in! Goal! Nate scored! It's a goal! Sorry if I just yelled in your ear, but the Pens reacted. The official who was standing on top of the net just stared and blew his whistle. We had no clue what transpired until the Pens celebrated. The puck is in. Beautiful hard shot by Nate Goldberg. Put the puck in the net for the Penguins. 5-3. This is why when you have a young official, you need to have a senior official to give him some guidance. Game going much better this time than last for the officiating crew because there is a senior official there. Dumped down by Baru. Amherst chips it up and goes to work. Kumnick in a foot race. He feels pressure from behind. Now does battle behind the net. Beats two Amherst players there and breaks the puck out to Lord. Chips it over to Siegel, and that's the way it's supposed to work, boys. Now up to Baru. Baru cuts in, cycles back, goes into the corner to Siegel. Siegel loses an edge. He goes into the boards. We're going to have to stop play there. Siegel was hurt. There's the whistle, and we'll have him get looked at. Hopefully he's all right. He lost an edge and went hard into the boards. Comes the coaching staff out to take a look. He's getting himself together now, trying to get up. And he is. Got a little hitch in his giddy up, but he's walking to the bench with the help of one of his teammates. 6:47 to go, third period, 5-3 Penguins. In what has been an up and down game. Vickers, Armstrong, Schaefer, Dixon, and Foligno. Dixon shoots the puck down in behind the net. Yes, he shots it. Knocked up to the point. Amherst gathers on, hits their streaking winger center, and now Dixon does a nice diving play to knock the puck to the corner. Bodies hit the floor everywhere there, and the puck is under the Amherst player. There it goes, knocked out to Schaefer. Schaefer surveys, goes between the legs to Armstrong. Armstrong's going to push, turns the Amherst defender inside out. Comes down, shot off the blocker, just missed picking the corner. And up to the point. Sent cross ice by Dixon, gathered on by Armstrong. And he does work now along the boards. They try to come out to Amherst. Armstrong gets it though, goes to the point to Dixon. Dixon takes it, shoots it cross corner. Schaefer now in pursuit. gathered on by Amhurst and chipped out of the zone. Pass thrown up. Dixon steps up, has the defender or the forward in front of him, blocks that shot, and taken by the Foligno. Foligno surveys. He looks. In comes Foligno. Drives wide. Does the inside-out move. Now it's a 2-on-1. Shot off the blocker, or off the chest, and into the glove. So the Penguins taking the not sit back approach and finding that a best defense is a great offense and really being aggressive here. I like it. They seem to have found their stride. Schweitzer, Goldberg, Bowen. Schweitzer wins it to the corner, chipped out to Zachi. Zachi dumps it down, chipped to the corner, other corner now. Schweitzer in pursuit. He does battle. Bowen over to support, and we have two aside there, do battle. The Penguins are fine if this puck sits here for the next 6 minutes. Bowen takes it. He takes a rough ride to the boards. He continues to battle. Now chip forward, stepped up on by Kumnik. Now to the point, just missed Zachi though, and the Pens will have to regroup. Zachi goes back, chips it off the boards to Goldberg. Goldberg comes up, the Pens have a 3-on-1. Goldberg goes wide, you got Schweitzer and Bowen to Schweitzer. Schweitzer shot! Penguins were fighting each other to get to the net there. .448 to go. The line of Schweitzer, Goldberg, Bowen seems to be finding a lot of running room, chipping the puck in behind and just coming up the ice on Amhurst. They did it well for a while in the second period and then didn't happen again, and now they seem to be finding it again. Comes the speedy forward for Amhurst of Jasper. Attempted centering pass, knocked away and right to an Amhurst player who then just knocks it to the corner. Centering play tipped up in the air by Bartley and held. .431 to go. Clock seems like it's just not moving here. Might have actually put more time on it. Lohr, Baru, won by the Pens. Knocked out to Lohr. Lohr's going to chip it around. Nice play. In come the Penguins. Hurry. In onside of the Penguins. Shot. Deflected aside. And step up. Knock it away. In comes Siegel now. Siegel in 2-on-2 with Baru. Cuts to the center. Shot. Blockered away to the goal, to the corner by the goaltender. In behind the net. Penguins sit back a bit. And Ladigan will step up. That's chipped by him. Vickers is coming in. He up from, they had just made a line change and he was coming forward, made a nice play there. Baru with a step now, comes in 1-on-3, shot, and held in the belly by the Amhurst goaltender. 3:48 to go, so we've actually seen the clock get out of the fours now. We're just into the threes with 3:48 to go. Vicker steps in, tied up Armstrong in the new battle. Amhurst takes possession. They are going to ice the puck, which is beautiful for the Penguins. So we'll take 8 seconds off the clock there and come all the way back down in the Amhurst zone to have another face-off. And in steps Vickers. One, but Schaefer was off the line there, so Amhurst just runs forward and takes the puck. Foligno pinches over, pushes Amhurst to the side, puck behind the net. Oh, one of the Amhurst players trips. It goes face first into the boards. Appears to be okay. And Vickers gathers on. He looks up, surveys, has outlets, decides to skate it. Goes over to Armstrong now. Armstrong goes to Schaefer just at his feet. Schaefer goes in front, deflector, score! Colton Armstrong with a deflection and lead. Talk about pouring it on. They weren't going to be denied. The Penguins just kept going and going. Now lead 6-3. 3:10 to go. Vickers steps in again. He wins it back to Zachi. Zachi surveys, gets it poked, and out to Vickers. Vickers comes up. He checks it ahead. Armstrong comes in and follows on now. He drives wide. Centering pass knocked away. And back down into the corner. Amhurst rims it around. Now Schaefer's going to come down in pursuit. Knocked up to the wing. Stepped up on by Dixon. Held in. Dixon follows through. He comes in. 3-on-1. Dixon surveys. Pass. Deflected over the net by Vickers. And into the corner. Amhurst comes out with speed. Watch out. They have a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Headman pass misses, and Dixon gets back. 2:29 to go. Backhand pass up the middle to Vickers. He chips it around the defenseman. In comes Vickers. Chips it inside, and Vickers in. By Amhurst goaltender. Penguins are just absolutely. Armstrong gets knocked down in front of the net. And there's not going to be a call, or there is? There is with 2:18 to go. So the Penguins are going to go to the power play. .218 to go, up 6-3, and now they literally have a big, fat, juicy steak just sitting there for them. Goldberg, Schweitzer, Bowen, Kumnick, Ladigan. Won by Schweitzer. Gathered in by Schweitzer. Ladigan surveys, pulls back, goes to Schweitzer. Cross ice to Kumnick. Kumnick winds up. Shot. Deflected off of Goldberg. Ribs around. Stepped up on by Ladigan. Nice pinch and hold there. Schweitzer gets it. In front to Goldberg. Deflected away by the goaltender. Kumnick comes down. Bowen covers for him. Rimmed around. Now Schweitzer down low. That puck kicks out in front. Schweitzer battles. Hits off the goaltender, but goes into the corner. Bowen in pursuit. He knocks it down. Now Schweitzer over. Kumnick holds it. Survey. Shot. Nobody in front. Off the glove of the Amherst player. Bowen taps it. Way to just power it on and bury the puck. This is something we haven't seen a lot of from this team. They get a lead sometimes and get a little complacent, but they have not done that today and are absolutely pouring it on. Siegel, Baru, Lohr with 1:39 to go. Ladigan and Kumnick gets wrecked off the face-off with a high stick up in his neck. And stepped up on by Kumnick, gathered on by Baru. Baru tries to go wide to Siegel, not able to do so. Baru knocks it away. Siegel in a foot race. Number 87 gathers, he cycles back. They go to the winger. Stepped up on by Baru, and out comes Amhurst. Amhurst comes in, challenged by Ladigan, pushed to the corner. Kumnick reverses it. Gathered on by Siegel down low. Out to Baru. Baru has Lohr. He keeps it himself. Comes down. Dumps it smartly. Dumps it to the corner and will go in and work the puck deep. Lohr comes over. Goes to Baru. Baru had Ladigan but couldn't get it there. Now Ladigan gets smothered in front of the net, and back comes Amhurst. 2-on-2, 1:04 to go. Wide shot coming from Amhurst. Gloved, not held, but gloved, and knocked down by Bartley. Knocked up to Ladigan, who from his defensive position was just getting back from getting knocked down. Goes to Amhurst. Ladigan gets absolutely trucked by number 87, who stands over him and stares at him. No call, but we had an injured player, so they blew the play dead. The officials talking to see if they saw what happened. Neither one saw 87 just absolutely wreck Alex Ladigan. Faceoff's going to be with 44 seconds to go in the Amherst zone with Vickers, Schaefer, and Armstrong. Foligno and Dixon. So next 44 seconds, the boys need to keep their heads up, dump the puck, and just stand back. Because this team will absolutely light you up when the game's out of hand like this. Attempted centering pass, blocked by Foligno. Foligno gathered on, throws it up to Armstrong. Armstrong bumps it to Schaefer. Schaefer comes in, goes around, breakaway shot. Save and held by the Amhurst goaltender, who looked around trying to find it. Now the Amhurst goaltender punches Colton Armstrong, and the official just stands there. The young official just stands there and has no clue what to do. 17 seconds to go. Puck knocked out to the point. Back comes Amhurst, 3-on-1. Pens need to come back. 10 seconds. Offside is Amhurst. So 7.2 to go, third period, 7-3 Penguinis. And in this instance, I'm going to use good guys. Don't usually do that, but definitely 7-3 good guys in this instance. Puck won by the Pens, chipped up to center. Dumped in, not dumped in, 2 seconds, attempted shot. There's the dump in. There you have it. Penguins with a 7-3 win over the Amherst Knights. Was a tumultuous weekend at times, but we are good to go there. So what we're going to do is leave the camera on center ice for you for the handshake, and then once the handshake's over, we will stop the broadcast until a couple weekends from now when we have our next games. So we appreciate you joining us here. I think I can actually celebrate a relatively smooth broadcast, which I can't say has happened much this year. So hopefully we're on the right side of this, and we'll continue to have better and smoother broadcasts. So appreciate you putting up with my voice and sometimes my anxiety. And again, if you haven't, please sign in and like and subscribe to Cinnamon Swirl. We're trying to get over 1,000 subscribers by the end of the season, because it'll really help us actually with some sponsorship. So we appreciate everything. Thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you.